Once the Futura program is opened, select Options to set up the software. Select Settings, Options, General. Select Measurement Unit. From the factory it's set at hundredths of a millimeter. You can change this to thousandths of an inch. Language. By default, the software comes set to English. Select any language you want to display. Reference Key Manufacturer. Select ILCO to display ILCO key blanks as a reference in the database. Preferences Standard Key. Select the two boxes for cutting check and check installed key. A check mark should appear in each box. Notice that the Use Any Clamp box is checked by default. We will cover this feature later. The cutting check function is used to ensure that the maker's maximum adjacent cut rule is not violated when the user inputs direct cuts, meaning that it prevents a deep cut next to a shallow cut that could erase the shallow cut. The Check Installed Key function, when enabled, will use the optical reader to determine if a double-sided edge cut key has been properly aligned in the jaw when you switch to the second side of the key. Any alignment errors will be offset. This function is only for keys with cuts on both sides. Be sure to save these settings. The Use Any Clamp box is checked enabled by default. When this function is enabled, the key to be cut can be positioned on a clamp side different from the default clamp shown in the software. The software will use the optical reader to determine the edge of the key blank in order to adapt cuts to the key blank being used. It applies only to double-sided keys. Attention! This option is valid for cutting by direct or indirect code only, not decoding. Preferences Dimple Track Key. Select Mobile Tracer, Save.